drove for this. He's like, I'm prepped. We're going to make it happen. He's coming on up. Sean Bishop, everyone. Sorry. I wasn't ready. I was smoking a cigarette. I was enjoying it. I wrote these jokes in like an hour. Let's find out how they go. My driver's license says that I'm an organ donor on it, which means that at some point when I die, people are going to inherit my organs. Well, joke's on them. I have 2 pianos. Wrote that one in the shower after work. So far, so good. Sometimes when I'm out driving, I like to honk at middle-aged women to see if they know anyone that has the same car as me. 2 for 2. A lot of people are terrified of flying. They're terrified of the takeoff. They're terrified of turbulence. They're terrified of like terrorists hijacking the planes. The only thing I'm terrified of on a plane is the person next to me talking. Killing it so far on all jokes I've written in the past hour. I didn't write this one in the past hour. Let's see how it goes. It'll probably be my worst one of the night. There's a long debate over what painkiller's better, Advil or Tylenol. And I've always said that for muscle soreness, you should use Tylenol. And then for anything else, headache or sickness, you should use Advil. And I got my brother hooked on this philosophy that if you're like sick, you should take Advil. And my mom hates this. She's like, Sean, Advil doesn't fix everything. But one thing I do think Advil's great for is for like bee stings. I had one bad summer in 2016 where every time I cut grass, I kept running over hornet's nests in the ground. I kept getting stung. So I would take Advil. But also in that same summer, August 1st of 2016, I slid down my backyard cutting grass and cut off 3 of my toes. And yeah, I know, terrifying woman to my left. So I slid down my hill, cut off my toes, and I ran up to my side yard. My dad is, the old man recording me right now, was weed eating, and I ran up to him. I'm like, Dad, we need to go to the hospital. And he goes, bees? And I said, no, Dad, I cut off my fucking toes. And I ran straight to our car, and I got in the passenger seat, and my dad always makes fun of me. He's like, when you cut grass, you should probably be wearing cleats. And I'm like, hey, Dad, if you weren't wearing cleats right now, your son would be bleeding out in the passenger seat of the car. I could only imagine my dad inside of our house fucking loop-de-loop and pulling his fucking shoes together to drive me to the emergency room. And he flew to the emergency room, which was great, but I got there and they immediately gave me 3 shots to Dilaudid in like 25 minutes of me being there. I didn't know what Dilaudid was, but they were like, we can't give you any more shots to Dilaudid, we have to give you morphine. And I'm like, that's the shit that they give soldiers when they get shot, so this must be good stuff. And like, in no time at all, like 5 minutes later, my mom walks in, completely calm that her son is bleeding on the floor of an ER, and she throws me a bottle. She says, here, it's some Advil. It fixes everything. I'm like, Mom, not time for the fucking jokes. Cool. I was in the hospital for a week whenever I cut off my toes. And whenever I got home, I was bedridden for a month. And my only goal was to learn how to walk again. Like, main focus was walking. And after many weeks, I was finally back to walking again. And man, I tell you, whenever I did start walking, I could make a mean fried rice. Cool. I hit you guys with a serious joke on the front end of that, and then a really stupid one on the back. You kind of have to stay on your toes. I can't. Cool. I haven't done this one in a while. I figured out a way to tell how smart people were by using the stars. It's a 1 to 10 scale where 10 is people that know astronomy and 1 is people that believe in astrology. Like a 10 is Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then a 1 is a white chick in her college dorm room that thinks What month she was born in and what phase of the moon we're on determines whether or not she blows a guy. Somewhere in the middle, there's me staring up into the sky saying, look, I think that one's the North Star, but really it's daytime, I'm staring at the sun. Let's recap on this scale. 10, astronomy. In the middle, me staring at the sun. Flat earthers, astrologists. A lot of people would say that flat earthers should be below astrologists, but I disagree. I've only known one flat earther in my life, and he worked for me at 84 Lumber. He knew how to frame houses, do plumbing, and electrical work, in which case I think that puts him one step above a Sagittarius. Thank you guys. I'm Sean Bishop. Have a good fucking night.